And that brings us to the next measure, which has this cool G sus2 add 9 chord. Your thumb is going to be on 3rd fret string 6, your middle finger's on 5th fret string 4, your index finger's on 3rd fret string 2, and your pinky finger's on 5th fret string 1. It should sound like this all together. So I'm strumming everything, and I have string 5 muted out. Let's check that chord out again. My thumb is on string 6, 3rd fret. Ring finger's on string 4, 5th fret. Index finger's on string 2, 3rd fret. Pinky finger's on string 1, 5th fret. So I'm going to start by picking string 6 and then strings 4 and 3 together. Then I'm going to take this entire chord, slide it up 2 frets, back down 2 frets, and then down 2 more frets. And then pick it one more time, put my thumb back on string 6, and lift my ring finger up to string 5 to play this last fill. I was picking string 6 and then 5 and 3. String 4 is getting muted out there by the underneath side of your ring finger. So this measure altogether was like this. One more time. You have to move your ring finger there at the end. Otherwise, this first part is just sliding this chord up, back, and then over to the 1st fret. Then you're going to bring that ring finger up to do that little fill right there. Here it is all together. The chord we're coming to next is called C6, but it's best to think of this like an A minor chord. So if you grab an A minor chord with fingers 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to use our pinky finger on string 5 here, and then again on string 2 later. So we're going to start with a hammer-on with our pinky here, from 0 to 3. Then we're going to strum this chord a little bit, strings 4, 3, and 2. And I'm kind of doing a down, up, down. So a downstroke on strings 4, 3, 2, upstroke just on string 2, then another downstroke, strings 4, 3, 2. Then I'm going to do a pull off with my pinky on string 2 and pick string 3 one last time at the end. So this measure all together started with a hammer-on with the pinky, and then doing a pull-off there at the end. One more time. It's up to you how you want to do the picking for the last couple of notes there. Do that with an up or a down. I'm probably going to use an upstroke there. That seems to fall into my natural down and up motion a little bit better. Alright, and just one chord left. We're sliding into a D power chord here at the end. So I'm using my index finger to slide from 3rd fret up to 5th fret on string 5. And then I'm putting my ring finger on 7th fret string 4 to make this little D5 D power chord. And it goes like this. So we start with this slide from 3 to 5. Then I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm getting both strings with my downstroke and only string 4 with my upstroke. Here it is again. Then I'm going to bar with my index finger on the 7th fret, strings 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to start by doing this hammer-on with my ring finger on string number 4. So I'm picking strings 4, 3, 2, and then hammering on my index finger on the 9th fret there. So this little section goes like this. So I start with this hammer-on, then I pick the strings twice, then my pinky finger does the 10th fret, index finger is still barring the 7th fret, and my ring finger comes back on for the last chord on the 9th fret there. So altogether that part again was... One more time. So putting together this last measure starts with the slide. And ends with that fill. Then the drummer does a fill in the recording, and the very last thing you hear before verse 1 starts is that opening chord sliding down from the 12th fret again. So I know there's a lot of material here. Let's see if we can put it all together from the beginning. Nice and slow, here we go. Start on the 12th fret with that opening chord, fingers 2 and 3. We're going down, up, slide, open string 6, mute the strings, down, up. Here comes our first fill, hammer on. Into the G chord. Our thumb frets 2 and 3. Open string 3, barring with your index, doing a hammer-on pull-off, then picking those 2 strings again, 5th fret string 4 with your ring finger, grab this chord, hammer-on with your pinky, pull off, string 4 again, going from 3 to 5 with your thumb. Here comes our A minor fill. Starting on string 5, skipping to string 3, back to string 5, then hammer on, hammer on, hammer on, hammer on. Open string 6. Grab your E minor 7th chord on the 7th and 9th frets, doing a hammer-on pull-off with your pinky finger. Keep barring with your index finger as you do that fill. B minor, this is the really wacky B minor shape. Your thumb is on string 6, 7th fret, middle finger's on string 4, 9th fret, index finger's barring strings 3, 2, and 1 on the 7th fret, ring finger's on string 1, 9th fret, and your pinky's going to be going down on the 10th fret here in a second, but not quite yet. So this is one of the more uncomfortable chords I've encountered on the guitar. Do your best with this one. We're going to start by picking string 6, then strings 4 and 3, then strings 2 and 1. There's that pinky finger. Let's try that again. One more time. Now, if you're having trouble with that and you just can't get this chord to work, try finding another fingering here. It might sound a little bit different. You might have to change the rhythm a little bit. Making the second note kind of staccato buys you a little time to move your hand around. So it's up to you how you want to do that. Then we go to B flat major on the 6th fret, then A minor, pick, strum. Then you're going to stretch your pinky over for this fill. And this 5-7, it's up to you which fingers you want to use. You could slide that. We need to end up on the 3rd fret string 6, so you could also use your thumb. I think I usually use my middle finger there. So yeah, I'm doing that with my middle finger, but it's up to you. That gets us to the G sus2 add 9 chord, where we're picking, we start off by picking this a little bit and then sliding up, coming back, and then sliding over to the 1st fret. Then we're lifting our ring finger up a string and doing this little back and forth. Then it's on to the C6 chord, which is really kind of like an A minor chord. You're starting with a hammer on with your pinky. And then a pull off with your pinky at the end there. And then it's a D5 or a D power chord. We slide from the 3rd fret. And then we're barring on the 7th fret for this last fill. We mute the strings. And we hit that last chord. We can end on an open string 6 if we want to right there. And that's where verse 1 begins. So this song seems really difficult at first, but if you just put it together one measure at a time, it is actually really doable. Every time you successfully memorize a new measure, you go back and play everything from the start again. And then you add a next measure, and then you go back and play it all from the start. And you just keep going one measure at a time until you get all 10 measures. Yes, some of the fingerings are difficult, and some of the barring techniques are difficult. I would recommend doing this on an electric guitar. It is still possible on an acoustic guitar, so don't let that stop you from learning or trying it, but this will be easier to play on an electric guitar. Here's how the whole thing goes from start to finish.